Alrighty, so the rune. Just leave. Oh, get Granny's rest. The. Like, do we have any? Don't remember what that was. Uh-oh. Okay, well, let's get rune first, because the game shows us how, somewhat. Let's see. I presume. Alley-oop. Thank you. Now, where does this go? Can I? Alley-oop. Oh, wait. Forgot I have superpowers. Oh. Now what was Granny's recipe optional task? Let's see. Written notes. Granny's recipe. Portside eye of whale. Newly dead. Plop it in the pot. Grizzly and red. But we did kill this whale. If I can find it again. The one we electrocuted. Is that where you want us to grab an eye from? But also it sounds as if weepers are needed, and I haven't seen any yet, have we? Wait, what's this? Oh, this is just so you can sneak over here. Thank you. But maybe we could grab an eye. It doesn't have any. Port side eye of a whale. This would be the port side side. Really dead. Unless it's already like discarded somewhere. Probably never did this mission when I did it the first time. I don't. We get to a new area. No, we will not leave just yet. Back we go. Uh-oh. Oh, did I? There we go. Didn't mean to just sleep, but that was actually quite more effective than the regular darts. See, I don't even know if it's... Oh, thank you. Clearly I've missed a lot of things in here. Such as... harvesting whale oil. I think we've... No, maybe not. Except from a manual on draining whales and refining the oil. In earlier years, the methods used to reclaim whale oil from blubber were both inefficient and dangerous. The original technique required the raw blubber to be sealed in pressurized cookers, which forced the volatile fluid out of the tissues and into collection tanks. The refined oil was then cooled cooled rapidly while the pressure was reduced, and if the synchronization of these precious processes were not perfect, it was possible for the oil to release all of its energy in a devastating explosion. This is believed to be the cause of the historic Fullerton whalehouse explosion that cost over 150 lives. Modern industrial trends have reduced the dangers of collection while increasing the output from each creature. Greaves Refinery made the first steps in live collection, aided by research from the Academy of Natural Philosophy. In the wake of the plague, Greaves has suspended operations, and this process is now applied at the Rothwild slaughterhouse. No longer is the whale blubber removed and harvested, but instead the very mechanisms that create the oil inside the whale is stimulated, and the resulting oil is drained away and stored. This results in a more stable raw oil that is easier to refine, with more tanks harvested from a single whale. I assume that since we have this objective here, that we need to find something like here. Because once we leave, surely it's over once we leave, right? I assume. See, are there any... Hoping maybe there was some sort of mission clue. Can't remember if we used that. We might have done when we activated the electrocuted. Also, I missed this. That one we've seen. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, but it might have been the other game, the original. We read that one in. This seems safe. Because at the very least, like if... Let's see. Port side out of a whale. That surely has to be from here. Because, I mean, what are the chances we'll find an eye just in the street? Weeper weeps no more, laid to rest on blood-edged floor. That certainly sounds like something we won't be doing here, because there's not weepers just walking about. You'd think an eyeball such size would be quite easy to spot. Turns out no. And again, I can't even find the giant red glass vials, so... And that. If anything, we're getting a ton of extra stuff that I missed. You're presumably not a whale, but some sort of shark. We won't go out just yet. We live here now. So I don't know if those two people that came and attacked us, if they were like always around and I just missed them, or if the game like spawns new enemies. Guess we'll find out like 5 hours from now when I'm still here. And surely the eye doesn't come from this, because yeah, that seems unlikely. Or was it one of those things where we're supposed to take the eye before killing it? Oh, hello. There you go. Yeah, I'm not sure. Alley-oop. Might have to just... Jeez. I've left, like, everything behind. Yeah, looked at that like 2 minutes ago, I think. This is like the only complete whale, right? Oh, you just have to properly look at it. Place the whale's eye in the cooking pot. Where was that? Was that outside? Like, does Granny Rag have a location? I can't remember. Or is there a cooking pot in here? You know what that is? Me not finding that is the same thing where I couldn't find the entrance to that fireplace in the first game, like the base game, and it was just that little light switch right on the right side, just because I never looked there. It's like, I have to be able to come through here. And I looked and I looked and I looked, and all I had to do was that. Yeah, let's see. This does sound like a cooking pot. Because it's boiling, but... So, we've been up here? Records office. We've missed a key? Oh. Wait, can we just... Yes, we were up here. Because that's where they were speaking earlier. Don't think we've seen this one. Bundry Rothwell, the opportunist. Except from an investigator's report. Young Rothwell was never convicted of any of the killings. In all cases, the courts ruled that he had acted in self-defense or in defense of his property. Not that his property was substantial. The Rothwells were not a family of means and depended heavily on the charity of the Abbey of the Everyman. The senior Rothwell went down with the whaling ship Huntress. That's a good name for a ship. When Bundry was only 10 years old. His mother, Ruth, was lost the following year to an industrial accident in the bottle-making factory where she worked. Rothwell became the sole guardian for his younger brother and managed to support them both by hanging around the harbor, doing odd jobs for whalers who had known his father and others on the Huntress. But then Bundry Rothwell was already familiar with the club and the knife and was no stranger to odd occurrences. Things went from bad to worse for Rothwell when, on his 13th birthday, his younger sibling was taken by the overseers. Allegedly, the boy failed the successive trials and did not return home. Rothwell lacked the funds to pay an investigator, and no subsequent hint of his brother's fate has ever been learned. This latest tragedy to befall Bundry Rothwell instilled in him a view that the world itself was malevolent and hungry for life, especially innocent life. After a time of black mourning, he approached the whaling ship cutter and began learning the trade from the crew. Rothwell took to whaling with great success. At sea, he hunted the beast with a single-minded purpose, and would take extraordinary risks in locating and harpooning his prey. Among the crew, those men he could not beat senseless, he outwitted. In short order, he petitioned the maritime barrister Arnold Timsch to grant young Rothwell a whaling license, paying the significant fees himself rather than relying on a sponsor for the funds. A rapid ascent of Bundry Rothwell had begun. And now he's dead. See, making sure I don't, or rather I didn't miss any loot. Pretty sure we read this? No. Factory management in our times, except from a book covering the approaches and personalities behind Dunwall's dominant whaling houses. Seemingly willing to risk any industrial secrets he possessed, Bundy Rothwell has granted none other than the infamous or infamous, one of those, Anton Sokolov liberal access to the Rothwell slaughterhouse. Sokolov is, of course, well known on several fronts. As royal physician, he served the late Empress Jessamine Caldwell. The man, original Tivian, is a fixture in the art world as well, and his portraits are all the rage among the aristocracy. There we go. It's not the aristocrats, that's different. But Sokolov is of interest to Rothwell because of his work as an inventor and because of his associated role as head of the Academy of Natural Philosophy. No doubt, Bundy Rothwell believes that if Sokolov spends enough time in the guts of his factories, the brilliant man will continually make invaluable adjustments to the machinery there. He knows what industrial improvements Rothwell Who knows what industrial improvements Rothwell has enjoyed while Sokolov began haunting his slaughterhouse. And since the Rothwell process involves keeping the whales alive for sometimes days, as a means of extracting more oil from the beasts, Sokolov is keenly interested in visiting so that he may perform his obscure vivisection experiments. For those that don't know, vivisection is when it's like an autopsy, but they're not dead. If I'm not mistaken. Which is likely. In very few places this would be possible, so the benefit to both men is obvious. For those who had the pleasure of touring us, thought it said torturing. That's what I did earlier to him in the chair. Touring Rothwell's facilities, a number of lessons can be taken away. The man runs a tight ship, as it were, with the lowest worker scantily ever complaining about the role in the scheme of things. The men and women giving the most menial labor are issued special cards, keyed to the mechanical locks granting access to the slaughterhouse. There's no other way in or out, and to lose the time card is to lose one's job. That seems like a very poor system. Lording their position over the others at the top of the hierarchy are the butchers. These men wield advanced cutting saws developed by Rothwell's top machinist. Probably mechanic, no? No machinist, right? No, because machinist has to have an A in it. Mechanists. That word. They make things. There you go. These men wield advanced cutting saws developed by Rothwell's top makers of things. Working out the plans after hearing mere utterances made by Sokolov as he commented sourly on the lesser devices used in previous years. The butchers enjoy a special relationship with Mr. Rothwell because, according to the company gossip, many of them were with him in years past, when he ran a whaling crew that was notorious across the empire. The pressure valves leading directly from the slaughterhouse to the Greaves refinery are a marvel of engineering, allowing the raw oil to travel in record time straight to plant where it is processed. As a note of interest, or I dare say even humor, the local fishermen claim that the waters outside the Rothwell slaughterhouse produce the largest and tastiest hagfish. This is most likely due to the gut sewer leading from beneath the whales inside and delivering their organs and offal to the dark waters of the Wrenhaven beyond the slaughterhouse. Did we? I hear something. Oh, we were not in here. Let me just check. Thank you. Uh-oh. Hopefully note somewhere. Ames negotiations. I wonder if we could have gotten the code from him if we had found this before we put him in the chair. Or did he say it and I forgot? Oh, I'll check my notes. Mr. Rothwell, my research on Abigail Ames has turned up nothing. She has no close kin that we can leverage. Looks like the plague took her sister and mother. Her father died on a whaling ship of your predecessor about 10 years ago. As far as blackmail goes, she's got no secrets I could uncover. Devout as an overseer, it seems. Not surprising, since she's rejected every blackmail offer to come her way. I don't think I don't think she's making a power play. She seemed to legitimately have the best interest of the laborers in mind. As I interview the workers, it seems she really has them in thrall. They'll do whatever she says, and their belief in her is absolute. If something happens to her, as in like an accident or something, I expect they'll riot. I'll keep searching for an angle on her, but in the meantime, I advise leaving her intact. It might be worth even considering some of her reforms. I know that doesn't suit you, but at least it would buy some time and get the workers back in here. The butchers lack the finer skills to keep this place operational. Your servant, G.
What a sad song the old behemoth sings. It looks right at me when I sit here to have my nightcap. Yeah, look at me. A fly next to you, but I'm your master, ain't I? Killed 100 of your kind, and I'll kill 1,000 more before I'm done. Drain you, then feed you to my butchers. The mournful cries of the whales don't touch that lot. No, sir. They don't have hearts, I think. But by the outsider, I think I still have a small one. Shriveled and blackened as it may be. Yes, sing me a lullaby while I have another drink. Sing.
Now I'm no doctor, but I think he might have issues. Okay, let's see notes. Did we at any point? Oh no. Also, I don't remember which notes we got at what point. I saw like the top of the word safe, and I got really excited. But no. It would be too easy if it was 512, wouldn't it? Still gonna try it though. If I remember. Like 3 seconds from now. Could also be 184. Darn. Okay, let's. I don't think it would be. But just because it would be funny if it was 512. Oh, it was. Excellent. That's brilliant. Thank you. Falling star. Drop assassinating someone gives you a bit of mana. I think I'm gonna stay at what we have. Okay, so we presumably now the pot for boiling. Place the whale eye in the cooking pot. Was that somewhere outside where Granny is? It might not actually be. It would make sense if it's where she is, but I don't remember if we have we seen an outside cooking pot. Can't remember. Also, can I get around? Yeah, maybe. Oh, in before I can't figure out how to get out of here. Not that way, clearly. Ow. How about this way? Oh. Pardon me. So what we're gonna do is, before we exit, we're gonna save just in case it's like, oh, this part finished. Okay, it doesn't. Excellent. Oh, well, there we...
I know you're here somewhere,
An
scum.
intruder has
Spread
been
out.
ground.
No
He is
details
to be
yet.
captured or killed on sight.
Hello.
We have the full compliance of the law and the city.
Ow.
Motion kills this one. Whiskey for a week if you kill it.
See, I thought pistols would do a lot more. No, don't do that.
You're gonna bleed.
Uh-oh.
Damn you. Clear the line. Take it.
Oh, no.
Hold on. Someone's down. Assassin, help! Stand clear. Die, damn it!
And we're done. It was very messy.
An intruder has been seen on
I thought the gun would do a lot more work than it
He
did.
is to be captured or killed on sight. We have the full compliance of the law.
A
and the
granny
city
spot,
watch.
Billy Lurk. How about this time? We actually... don't play it stupid.
Damn it!
Don't. Did you... You went for a rat, didn't you? Alley. Oh. Ta-da! We still have more stuff we need to do. If I can find it. Weeper Reaper weeps no more, laid in rest on blood-edged floor. So I'm guessing we need to bring a Weeper maybe up here?
An intruder has been seen on the slaughterhouse grounds. He is to be captured or killed on sight. We have the full compliance of the law and the city watch.
Have we seen any Weepers? And if we haven't seen any Weepers, where would we find? So I'm afraid to go to Billy Lurk just in case it makes the story progress. Hello. Well.
Around to me. We'll burn your body
Uh-oh.
tonight. We're not taking this one along. Assassin, help!
That went better than it usually does. Let's attempt to find a Weeper. That was not a alley. Maybe somewhere in... Maybe we oh, wait, if we kill someone, like, in a house, then surely by now the rats have taken them. I did not think of that. Hello.
An intruder has been seen on the slaughterhouse grounds. He is to be captured or killed on sight. We have the full compliance of the law and the city watch.
I can hear you teleporting over there. Hello.
Thank you. Let's go. I'm worried they sent for the hounds.
Goodbye. I guess you needed my help with that. Hello. Let's not accidentally die to fall damage. Thank you.